My beloved child, do not hasten to leave. Do not scroll past these words like so many other things you have seen today. Stop, just for a moment. Let your heart be still. Let your mind stop chasing the worries that constantly surround you, because what I am about to say is not a coincidence. You did not accidentally open this message. Not an algorithm, not luck, not random. I myself led you here, right in this very moment, among so many choices, so many things that could distract you. I called you. Perhaps you did not hear that call with your ears, but your soul responded. That is why you are here. Therefore, my child, do not leave too soon. Listen to me to the end. What I am about to say may become the uplifting word you have been praying for so long. If right now your heart believes this is not a coincidence, write Amen in the comments as a response of faith. It is not so. I know you are here because I knew beforehand. It is so you boldly declare, Lord, I am ready to listen to you, and if you wish to continue receiving messages that help you draw near to me every day, follow the channel and turn on notifications. Do not let life's busyness cause you to miss the moments I want to use to encourage, comfort, and remind you that you never walk alone. If you know someone who is tired, despairing, or feeling that life is meaningless, share this video with them. Perhaps I am also using you to bring this message to a heart that needs uplifting. A small act of yours today could become a source of hope for someone else. I know you are tired today. Perhaps you tried to smile. Perhaps you still completed your work. Perhaps you still told everyone that you are fine. But I know the truth. I know the things no one else sees. I know there are nights you lie, staring at the ceiling, asking yourself if your life still has meaning. I know there are times you look in the mirror and no longer recognize yourself. I know there are times you silently think, am I still of value? My child, I have heard even the thoughts you never dared to tell anyone. I am not far from you. I also do not turn my face from you. Even when you feel you have strayed too far. Even when you think your faith has grown cold. Even when you no longer know how to pray, I am still here. I still call you by the loving name I have given you from the beginning. My beloved child, do not let failures make you believe I have abandoned you. Do not let hurtful words become the definition of who you are. Do not let dark days make you forget that dawn always comes after a long night. Do you know? There are times I protected you, and you didn't even know it. There are disasters that did not happen because my hand preserved you. There are doors that closed, not to punish you, but to stop you from entering a place that would hurt you more. There are prayers that seem unanswered, but actually, I am preparing a good answer according to my will and in my perfect timing. My child, if today you are asking yourself, does God still remember me? I want you to hear this answer very clearly. I have never forgotten you, not for a single day, not for a single moment, not a single tear of yours falls without my knowing. Not a single sigh of yours fades into the silence without my listening. Not a single lonely night you go through without my presence, even when you cannot feel it, even when everything around is silent. I am still there, silently, patiently, lovingly. You may have lost faith in yourself, but I have never lost faith in you. You may see shattered pieces. I see the complete picture. You see an ending. I see a new beginning. You see limits. I see purpose. That is why today I called you to stop. Not to blame, not to condemn, but to remind you that your life is still valuable, not because of what you have achieved, not because of success or failure, not because others acknowledge you. Your value comes from the love I have for you. You are my masterpiece. You were created with a purpose. Perhaps today you do not see that purpose. Perhaps you only see exhaustion. Perhaps you only see closed doors. Perhaps you only see a dim future. But I invite you not to conclude the story when I am still writing the next chapters. A difficult chapter is not the whole book. A season of tears does not determine a whole life. One stumble does not erase the value I have placed in you. Stay with me. Do not leave, because what I am about to reveal will help you understand why, even in the days you no longer see the meaning of life, I have never let go of your hand. My beloved child, come closer to me. Do not be afraid to be honest with me. You can hide your pain from everyone. You can smile so no one has to worry. You can say, I am fine. But before me, you do not need to wear any mask. I know. I always know. I know there are nights you toss and turn until almost morning. The clock keeps ticking. Everyone has fallen asleep, only you and the thoughts endlessly spinning in your mind. You try to close your eyes, but your heart remains heavy. You pray, then fall silent again. You hope for a sign, an answer, a peace. But it seems everything is just a prolonged silence. I know that feeling. I was there with you, right in the room you thought you were all alone in. Right beside the bed where you quietly cried. Right in the moment you turned your face away, so no one would see your red eyes. I have never left you, my child. Are you too tired? Tired of always having to be strong? Tired of always having to shoulder burdens? Tired of always being the one encouraging others, while you yourself do not know where to find comfort? There are days you just want to stop, not because you are weak, but because you have tried for too long. I see that. I do not blame you for being tired. I am not disappointed when you cry. I do not turn my back when you doubt. I am Father, and a father never despises the tears of his child. I know the wounds that others do not see. There are words seemingly passed from many years ago, yet still echoing in your heart. Someone once told you that you were not good enough. Someone made you feel useless. Someone promised to be with you forever, then left when you needed them most. You try to forget, but those memories still make your heart ache every time you remember. I know. I witnessed it all. Not a single time did you cry without me being there. Not a single time did your heart break without me feeling it. My child, there are times you blame yourself. You think that if you had chosen differently that day, if you had been stronger, if you had been wiser, if you hadn't made a mistake, perhaps life would have been different. But I do not look at you with condemnation. I look at you with mercy. Your mistakes do not make me stop loving you. Your failures do not erase the purpose I have for you. You are not the sum of your stumbles. You are not the words others once said about you. You are my beloved child. That is the truth. Perhaps what hurts you the most right now is not the difficulty, but the feeling of being forgotten. You see others moving forward, others succeeding, others being happy, others seemingly getting answers, while you are still in the same place. You begin to ask yourself, Lord, have you forgotten me? My child, how could I forget the very work my hands created? How could I abandon the one I called my beloved child? Even when you do not feel my presence, it does not mean I have left. The sun still exists behind the clouds. so does my love. My child, I know there are mornings you wake up and no longer want to start a new day. You do everything out of habit. You smile, you work, you converse, but inside, you are empty. No one knows. I know. There are times you stand amidst many people, yet still feel lonely. There are times your phone is full of conversations, but no one truly understands your heart. There are things you dare not tell your family, dare not tell your friends. Just keep them in your heart. Day after day, I have listened to all the things you never spoke aloud. If right now your tears are falling, do not rush to wipe them away out of shame. I do not consider tears a sign of failure. Sometimes it is how the heart is healed. If you feel I am speaking to you right now, write Amen in the comments as a declaration that, Lord, I believe you are still with me. Perhaps just that one word will encourage someone else reading the comments to realize they are not alone on the journey of faith. If these messages are helping your soul find hope again, follow the channel and turn on notifications. I want to continue using these reminders to encourage you every time you feel tired. And if an image of someone suffering, lost, or thinking their life has no meaning just came to your mind, share this video with them. Perhaps I am using your very hands to bring comfort to another heart. My child, also know there are prayers you have repeated for months, even years. You asked, you waited, you hoped, then were disappointed again. You started to wonder if your prayers reached heaven. I want you to know one thing. No sincere prayer is lost. No cry for help falls to the ground without me hearing it. No night you called my name did I ignore. I heard. I am listening, and I am still acting, even when you haven't seen it yet. Do not think that silence means I am absent. Do not think that delay means I have rejected you. There are things that only my timing can accomplish. There are wounds that need healing from the inside before outward circumstances change. There are lessons that will become the foundation so you do not collapse in the new season. I am preparing, my child. I know today you do not need a long sermon. You just need to know that there is still one beside you, and I am here. Right now, right where you are sitting, right amidst the tears, right in the silence, right amidst the unanswered questions. I am not afraid of your weakness. I am not disappointed because of the times you fell. What I desire is not a perfect person. What I desire is a heart ready to return to me. Stay with me. Do not leave, because what I am about to reveal next will help you understand that my silence has never been abandonment. Sometimes, exactly in the days you think I am furthest away, I am doing the greatest works in your life. My beloved child, take a deep breath. Do not let fear speak for me. Do not let disappointment decide what you believe about me. There is a question I know you have asked many times. Perhaps you have never spoken it out loud, but I heard it from the depths of your heart. Lord, where are you? Why don't you answer me? Why do I keep praying, but nothing changes, my child? If today I could embrace your weary heart, I would tell you this: my silence has never been a sign I abandoned you. There are times a farmer sows seeds into the earth. The next day, he sees nothing. A week later, still nothing. A month later, the ground remains silent. But that does not mean the seed has died. Right in the darkness of the earth, where no one sees, life is silently growing. Roots are reaching deep. The sprout is forming. One day, the whole world will see what was prepared in silence. My child, your life also has such seasons. There are works I am carrying out that your eyes cannot yet see. There are prayers I am answering in ways you cannot yet understand. There are doors I haven't opened because I know you need preparation before entering. If I gave you everything the moment you asked, that would not necessarily be love. Because I do not only care about what you desire today, I care about the person you will become in the years ahead. Sometimes you ask me to remove all difficulties, but exactly in difficulties, I am teaching you to depend on me more than your own strength. Sometimes you ask me to immediately open a door, but I see behind that door are things that haven't reached the appropriate timing. Sometimes you hurt because a relationship closed. You thought you lost the most precious thing. But I know there are separations that are exactly loving protection. I do not close a door to punish you. I close a door to preserve you. I do not delay because I forgot you. I delay because I love you, my child. Remember this very carefully. Delay is not rejection. Silence does not mean I am absent. A closed door does not mean all hope is ended. Sometimes what you call a loss is actually how I save you from a greater pain. If today you could see everything I have silently done for you, you would be amazed. There are times I preserved you from disasters you never knew about. There are decisions you couldn't make because I intervened. There are plans that didn't succeed because I knew they would lead you to a place where you do not belong. You cried for what you lost. But one day, you will thank me for what I did not allow to happen, my child. Do not judge my love only by what is happening today. A rainy day does not mean the sky forgot the sunshine. A winter does not mean spring will never come. Likewise, a difficult period does not mean your life has lost its purpose. I am still writing your story, and I haven't written the final chapter. Perhaps you think your life is only filled with sad pages, but I am the one who sees the entire book. I know the ending I am leading you toward. That is not an ending of despair. That is an ending of hope placed in me, my child. Perhaps today what I want to heal first is not your circumstances, but how you view yourself. For too long you have defined your value by success, by money, by recognition, by what others think of you. But I never created you to live like that. Your value does not come from what you possess, does not come from the number of times you succeeded, does not come from praise or criticism. Your value begins from this truth. You are my beloved child. No one can take that away from you. Not a single failure can erase that. Not a single mistake can make me stop loving you. If today you feel your heart is being uplifted, write Amen in the comments as a confirmation that, Lord, even though I do not understand everything, I still choose to trust you. That declaration not only encourages you, but can also become a source of hope for others who are reading the comments and are also going through days their faith is tested. If these messages are helping you draw near to me, follow the channel and turn on notifications. I want to continue using each message to remind you that you have never been alone on your journey. And if you know someone feeling that God has been silent for too long, share this video with them. Perhaps I am using you to answer the prayer of a soul needing comfort. My child, I know you want all the answers today, but faith is not seeing before believing. Faith is continuing to walk when you haven't seen the whole path. Faith is still grasping my hand, even when the night hasn't faded. Faith is believing that I am faithful, even when circumstances haven't changed. That is also what I am teaching you in this season, not to cause you pain, but to make you mature, because I am preparing for you more than what you are praying for. Not just a new door, not just a new opportunity, not just a new season. I am preparing a new heart, a stronger faith, a peace no longer dependent on circumstances, a hope placed in me rather than in fleeting things. My beloved child, do not hastily conclude when I am still acting. Do not give up when dawn is very near. Do not turn your back on hope just because you haven't seen the result. I am still here. I am still holding your hand. I am still walking with you every step. And what I want you to discover next is even greater than that. Because you were not only created to exist, you were created with a purpose. In the next part, I will help you realize that even when you no longer see the meaning of life, I am still guiding you day by day to the good purpose I prepared for you beforehand. My beloved child, look to me. Do not look too long at what is lost. Do not let the past become the only mirror you use to look at your life. I know there are days you wake up and ask yourself, what meaning does this life still have? You still breathe. You still walk. You still complete the things needing to be done. But in your heart, there is a feeling like you are only existing, not truly living. I know that feeling. I know that emptiness. But my child, the emptiness you are feeling is not proof that your life has no purpose. Sometimes, it is merely a sign showing that your soul is longing to return closer to me. There are many things in the world promising to fill your heart: successes, money, fame, recognition, praise, relationships. But if you base all the meaning of your life on things that can change, then when they disappear, you will also feel you lost yourself. I did not create you to live like that. I created you to find your identity in my love. You are not the job you are doing. You are not the money you have. You are not the times of success. You are also not the times of failure. You are my beloved child. That is the foundation no one can take away. Perhaps today, you feel you bring no value. You look at others and see them moving forward. You see them achieving the things you once dreamed of. You wonder why your life remains standing still. But my child, you only see a very small part of the story. I see the whole. I know there are people who succeed very quickly, but also lose their peace very quickly. I know there are people who achieve what they desire but do not find joy. I do not want to only give you good things momentarily. I want to give you what can nourish your soul long term. That is why I am teaching you to walk day by day, not with haste, but by faith. You often think the purpose of life must be something very grand, an achievement making everyone admire, a position making many people know you. But do you know? Many grand purposes begin with very small deeds. A word of forgiveness, a word of encouragement, an act of love, a sincere prayer, an obedient heart. I do not look down on small things. Right in those small things, I am preparing you for greater things. Do not despise the day of small beginnings. Do not think that the things you do today are meaningless just because no one has seen them yet. I see, I acknowledge. Not a single good deed done with love is forgotten by me, my child. Perhaps what hurts you the most is the feeling that you have wasted too many years. You regret missed opportunities. You regret your youth. You regret wrong decisions. You regret the time you lived far from me. But listen to me. I am the one who can bring redemption even from things you thought were lost. I do not erase the past. I turn the past into a lesson. I do not let scars define you. I use those very scars so you know how to comfort others. One day, someone will enter your life with tears, just like you once cried, and you yourself will be the one telling them, "I went through that, and God did not abandon me." Then, you will understand that pain can also become a part of my purpose. Do not misunderstand this. I do not rejoice when you suffer, but I can bring good out of painful things. That is something only I can do. If right now you are feeling hope gradually returning to your heart, write "Amen" in the comments, not to prove anything, but as a response that, "Lord, I believe you are still writing the story of my life." And if these messages are helping you find peace again every day, follow the channel and turn on notifications. Every time you are tired, I want you to be reminded that I am always beside you. If you know someone losing direction, thinking their life is no longer valuable, share this video with them. Perhaps just one small message today will become the ray of hope they have waited for so long. My child, do not judge your entire life only by the current chapter. A good book always has chapters that make the reader shed tears, but that is not the final chapter. I haven't finished writing your story either. There are good things today you haven't seen. There are encounters I am preparing. There are doors I will open at the right time. There are lessons I am still silently teaching you. What I need from you today is not that you understand all my plans. What I need is that you grasp my hand one more step, just one step, then another step. Faith is not seeing the entire path. Faith is trusting the one guiding the way. You do not need to know all that will happen tomorrow. You only need to know that I will be with you when tomorrow comes. That is my promise, and I am always faithful to that promise. Stay with me, because what I want to teach you next will help you understand that even in your weakest days, you can still grow in faith, peace, and my love. My beloved child, sit still before me a little longer. Do not rush to chase the noises of the world. Do not rush to find answers everywhere. Let me teach you, not like a strict teacher, not like a judge on trial, but like a father, holding the hand of his most beloved child. My child, for a long time, you have tried to carry too much by your own strength. You thought that if you tried a little harder, stayed a little stronger, endured a little more, everything would be fine. But then you realized you are gradually becoming exhausted, not because you are weak, but because you are carrying burdens that were never meant to be carried by you alone. There are things only I can carry for you. There are questions only my timing can answer. There are doors only my hand can open. So, the first thing I want to teach you is, learn to surrender to me the things that are beyond your strength. You do not need to control everything. You also do not need to know everything that will happen beforehand. You only need to know who is holding your hand. If you always try to hold everything in your hands will have no room left to hold mine. Let go. Let go of the worry about tomorrow. Let go of the regret about yesterday. Let go of the questions that have no answers today. Let go of the fear that you will fail once again. Letting go does not mean giving up. Letting go is handing the right to act back to me. My child, I also want to teach you about patience. I know this is a difficult lesson. You live in a world that wants everything to happen so fast. Fast results, fast success, fast answers. But the soul does not grow in a rush. An ancient tree does not grow up in a single night. A diamond is not formed in a day. A steadfast faith is the same. Faith grows through every day you still choose to trust, even when you haven't seen the results. Every time you continue to pray, even when unanswered. Every time you continue to love, even though you were once hurt. Every time you continue to hope, even though circumstances haven't changed, is every time your faith grows. I do not only care about what you receive, I care about the person you are becoming. My child, perhaps in your heart, there are still unhealed wounds. There are people who hurt you, whom to this day you still cannot forgive. I do not force you to forget. I also do not say that your pain is unimportant, but I invite you to step onto the path of forgiveness. Forgiveness does not mean what they did is right. Forgiveness also does not mean you must continue to let yourself be hurt. Forgiveness is freeing your heart from the chains of bitterness. The more you hold on to resentment, the more you tie yourself to the past. I do not want you to live like that. I want you to be free. I want you to have peace. I want your heart to have room to receive the good things. I am preparing, my child. Learn to be grateful, not only when everything is favorable, but even when you do not understand what I am doing. Gratitude is not denying the difficulties. Gratitude is believing that I am still good amidst the difficulties. Perhaps today, you do not have all the things you desire. But look back, I have preserved you through so many stormy seasons. You still have breath. You still have opportunities. You still can pray. You still can love. Those are all graces. Do not let what you do not have make you forget the things I have given, my child. There is one more thing I want to teach you. Do not let your value depend on the validation of others. Some will understand you, some will not. Some will love you, some will reject you. But all those things do not change the truth that you are my beloved child. When you truly believe that, you will no longer live just to please everyone. You will live to please me. That is freedom. If right now your heart is touched, write Amen in the comments as a prayer. Lord, please teach me to trust you more every day. Who knows? A desperate person might read that comment and find hope to keep walking. If you desire to be nourished in faith every day, follow the channel and turn on notifications. Every message you listen to with an open heart can become a seed of hope, peace, and healing in your life. And if today you feel these words have comforted you, share this video with family, friends, or anyone carrying a burden in their heart. Perhaps I am using you to bring light to a soul walking in darkness. My child, do not be afraid if today you are still weak. What I seek is not a person who never stumbles. What I seek is a heart always ready to stand up and return to me. Even if you fall 7 times, stand up the 8th time. Even if you feel you have gone too far, turn back. My arms are always wide open. There is no distance too great for my love. There is no failure too deep that my grace cannot reach. There is no dark night that lasts forever when I am the light. Remember this, you do not have to walk alone. I go before you, I walk beside you, and when you have no strength left to continue, I am still the one who will carry you. My beloved child, what I am about to say next will help you better understand why those I love in the Bible also went through seasons of loneliness, waiting, and pain, just like you. But ultimately, they all realized that every step of theirs was never outside my faithful hands. My beloved child, perhaps today you think that only you are going through dark days. You look at your life and ask yourself, Why do I have to walk this path? Why is everything so difficult? Why do others seem to have it easier than me? But my child, you are not the first to walk through the valley of tears. Those I loved in the Bible also cried. They were also afraid. They also waited. They also did not understand my plan, and precisely because of that, I want you to look at their lives, not for you to compare, but for you to realize that I am always a faithful God. First, remember Joseph. Do you know what made Joseph's life the most painful? It was not the coat being taken away. It was not the deep pit. It was not the years in prison. What hurt him the most was being betrayed by the very people he loved. He did not betray his brothers, but his brothers sold him as a slave. He did no evil, but he was falsely accused. He lived faithfully, but still had to sit in a dark dungeon. If you only looked at the circumstances then, you would think that I had forgotten Joseph, but I never left him. Right in the deep pit, I was still there. Right in the caravan taking him to Egypt, I was still there. Right in the cold prison, I was still there. What Joseph did not know was that every step that seemed like a step backward was moving him closer to the purpose I had prepared. My child, is your life like that too? Someone hurt you. Someone misunderstood you. Someone abandoned you. Someone caused you to lose faith, but do not let human betrayal make you doubt my faithfulness. Humans can change. I do not remember the words Joseph later said to his brothers. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, my child. I can also turn what you think is the end into the beginning of something better. Perhaps today you do not understand, but I am writing your story just as I wrote Joseph's story. Next, look at David. Before becoming king, he was a shepherd boy. Before wearing the crown, he had to live for years fleeing in the desert. Before the promise was fulfilled, he went through many lonely nights. Did you know? David cried out to me many times saying, "How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever?" He too felt that I was silent. He too cried. He too was afraid. But he never stopped returning to me. That is what I want to teach you. Faith does not mean you will never be afraid. Faith is that you still seek me even when you are afraid. Faith does not mean you never cry. Faith is that you let those tears fall in my arms, my child. If today you are in your own desert, do not think that I have forgotten you. The desert is not where I abandoned you. The desert is where I prepare you. It is in the desert that I teach you to hear my voice more clearly. It is in the desert that I teach you what is truly important. It is in the desert that I take away the things that make you dependent on the world, so you learn to depend on me. And now, I want you to remember Lazarus. When he died, many thought all hope had ended. Even those who loved me did not understand why I arrived late. They thought that if I had arrived earlier, things would have been different. But what they called too late was exactly the time I chose to reveal the glory of God. My child, how many times have you also thought, Lord, if only you had acted earlier, if only you had answered me faster, if only you didn't make me wait so long. I understand those thoughts, but remember, what you call late is not always late in my plan. I am not limited by your clock. I am not limited by your circumstances. I act according to the best timing, and when I act, it always serves my loving purpose. My child, if today there is something in your life that seems dead, a dream, a hope, a relationship, a peace, do not jump to the conclusion that I can no longer act. I am still the God of hope. I can still bring light to dark places. I can still bring peace into the midst of the storm. I can still guide you step by step, even when you haven't seen the path ahead. If right now you believe that God is still working in your life, write Amen in the comments. Let that declaration become an encouragement to yourself and to those watching this video with you. If these Bible stories are helping your faith be built up, follow the channel and turn on notifications. I will continue to use my word to bring hope, peace, and uplift to you in every season of life. And if you know someone losing hope, share this video with them. Perhaps today I will use the story of Joseph, David, or Lazarus to remind them that their life is still in my faithful hands, my beloved child. You see, Joseph waited, David waited. Lazarus and his family also went through days that seemed hopeless, but none of them were forgotten by me. You too, I do not forget you. I do not abandon you. I never stop acting, even when you haven't seen it. Even when you do not understand, even when you are still walking in the dark. Keep holding on to my hand, because what I am about to invite you to do next will be the most important step. Not just hearing my word, but responding with your own faith. Stay. I still have a word just for you, my beloved child. You have stayed with me until here. That is not a coincidence. I believe that my spirit is gently touching your heart. Perhaps you still do not have all the answers. Perhaps your circumstances still haven't changed. Perhaps the things you are praying for haven't happened yet. But look at yourself. Is it true that right now, deep in your heart, a small ray of hope has appeared? That is what I am doing, not starting from circumstances, but starting from your heart, because if your heart is renewed, you will view all circumstances with completely different eyes. My child, now I do not want you to just listen anymore. I want you to respond. Faith is not just hearing. Faith is also action. It is daring to open your heart. It is daring to believe. It is daring to hand all burdens to me. Perhaps for many years, you have always tried to endure on your own. You thought that if you were stronger, things would be fine. If you tried a little harder, you would overcome. But today, I invite you to stop fighting alone. Hand over the things weighing heavy on your heart to me. If in your heart there is still fear, hand it to me. If you still have an inferiority complex about past mistakes, hand it to me. If you are still hurting from those who abandoned you, hand it to me. If you still feel your life is meaningless, hand it to me. You do not need to carry all those things for another day. I do not promise that you will have no more tears, but I promise that you will no longer have to cry alone. I do not promise that life will have no more trials, but I promise that my presence will not leave you. I do not promise that you will understand everything immediately, but I promise to lead you step by step. That is my promise, and I am always faithful, my child. Remember that faith does not only grow in favorable days. Faith is built when you still choose to pray in silent days, when you still choose to be grateful in difficult days, when you still choose to love after being hurt, when you still choose to hope even when you haven't seen results. Every time you choose like that, you are letting me work in your life. Do not underestimate small steps. A prayer today, a Bible verse you read, a minute of silence before me, an act of forgiveness, a word of encouragement to someone else. Those things seem very small, but in my kingdom, they have immense value, because from those very small things, I am building a steadfast life of faith. My child, perhaps today you are still afraid of tomorrow, but I am already in your tomorrow. Perhaps you still do not know what will happen, but I know. Perhaps you are still worried, but I have prepared enough grace for every day you will go through. Do not let the worry about the future steal the peace I want to give you today. Live every day with me, every step with me, every prayer with me. Then you will realize that what you need most is not to know the future beforehand. What you need most is to know that I am always walking with you. If your heart is touched today, I want to invite you to take a small step of faith. Write Amen in the comments. Not because I need a word. I already see your heart. But when you write Amen, you are publicly declaring that, Lord, I choose to trust you, even when I do not see everything. Who knows? That very comment might be seen by someone in despair. They will realize that there are still many people placing their hope in me, and they too will find strength to keep walking. If these messages are nourishing your faith, follow the channel and turn on notifications. Every new video will be an opportunity for you to take a few quiet minutes before me. Amidst a busy life, do not let the noises of the world drown out the gentle voice I want to give you. And if today you feel comforted, please share this video with family, friends, or anyone I am placing on your heart right now. Perhaps just with one click of yours, someone in despair will find hope again. Someone wanting to give up will find the strength to stand up. Someone thinking I have forgotten them will realize I am still calling their name. My child, never underestimate what I can do through an obedient heart. You may think you are small, but I often use small things to accomplish great things. I used a little boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. I used a shepherd to become a king. I use weak people to reveal my power. I can also use you, not because you are perfect, but because you are willing to let me guide you. My beloved child, before I end this conversation, I have one last word to say to you. It is a word I hope you will remember whenever the dark night returns. Every time tears fall again, every time you feel you are about to give up, stay. Do not leave, because the final part will be an affirmation of hope, restoration, peace, and my eternal presence for you. I am still holding your hand, and I will not let go. My beloved child, before you leave this conversation, I want you to be quiet one more time. Do not rush to stand up. Do not rush to return to the worries of life. Let these final words sink deep into your heart. Perhaps tomorrow your circumstances will still not have changed. Perhaps there are still trials waiting ahead. Perhaps there are still questions you don't have answers to today. But one thing will never change. I am still with you, not only on the days you are strong, not only on the days you are full of faith, not only when you pray fervently. I am with you on your weakest days. I am with you in the longest nights. I am with you when you smile, and I am also with you when your tears silently fall. My child, perhaps for a long time you have thought your life had no meaning. But today, I want you to look at your life through my eyes. I do not see a failure. I see a child learning how to stand up. I do not see a worthless life. I see a story still being written. I do not see the end. I see hope. I see grace. I see purpose, my child. Never think that your tears are in vain. I can use exactly what you have been through to bring comfort to others. Never think that your days of waiting are a waste. I can use those very seasons of waiting to build a faith stronger than anything you have ever had. Never think that your times of stumbling have erased your value. My grace is always greater than your past. My love is always deeper than your wounds. My mercy is always new every morning. My child, lift up your head, take a deep breath. You do not step into tomorrow alone. I will go before you. I will be beside you. I will uplift you when you are tired. I will grant you wisdom when you don't know how to choose. I will grant you peace when your heart is full of turmoil. Not because you are always strong, but because I am always faithful. If there are days ahead when you feel lost again, remember this conversation. Remember that I called you my beloved child. Remember that I have never abandoned you. Remember that my silence is not absence. Remember that closed doors are not always a loss. Remember that I am still guiding you, even when you haven't seen the path. My child, I invite you not to just keep these words for yourself. If your heart has been touched today, write Amen in the comments. That will be a simple prayer. Lord, I trust you. Please continue to lead me. Who knows, a person in despair might read that comment and find hope to keep living. If you want to continue growing in faith and always be reminded of my love, presence, and promise, follow the channel and turn on notifications. Every new message does not replace the Bible or your prayer life, but it can be a reminder to help you return closer to me amidst the busyness of life. And if you know someone carrying a burden in their heart, losing direction, or thinking their life has no meaning, share this video with them. Perhaps I will use that very small action to bring light to a soul in darkness. My child, do not forget to make time every day to meet me. Open the Bible, pray, speak to me with all sincerity. I am always listening. I am always waiting. I always open my arms wide to welcome you back. There is no prayer too small. There is no pain too great. There is no distance that my love cannot cross. Keep walking, not because you know everything, but because you know the one leading the way. Hope, not because circumstances are always easy, but because I remain the faithful God. Trust, not because you see everything, but because I see everything. Live, not just to exist, but to discover more deeply every day the love, grace, and purpose I have for you. And when you feel weak, remember these words: I will not abandon you. When you feel lonely, I am still with you. When you feel lost, I will lead the way for you. When you feel your heart breaking, I will be near and comfort you. When you no longer see the meaning of life, look up to me. For I am your source of hope. I am your peace. I am the one who loves you with an unchanging love. My beloved child, step into the new day with faith. Step into the future with hope. Walk in my peace. The best thing I am preparing for you is not a perfect circumstance, but a life drawing ever closer to me, renewed in love, upheld by grace, and guided by my presence. I love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will never leave you, Amen.